Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into some of the most incredible contributions India has made to the world. From ancient innovations to modern marvels, get ready for a journey through time and culture with a twist. You might think you know India, but trust me, there are layers to this story, secrets hidden in plain sight and impacts that resonate in your daily life more than you can imagine. We're not just talking about history lessons, we're talking about the building blocks of our modern reality, the sparks of genius that lit up the path for humanity. I'm Pranab, and I'm thrilled to be your guide on this exploration. We're going to peel back the curtain and show you how ideas born on Indian soil centuries, even millennia ago, are still shaping our present and future. It's a narrative of brilliance, resilience, and an uncanny ability to innovate. Think of it as a global intelligence briefing where the subject is India, and the intel reveals just how interconnected our world truly is thanks to these epic gifts. So buckle up. This isn't just a list, it's a revelation. We're about to uncover 7 phenomenal areas where India didn't just participate but led the charge, leaving an indelible mark on civilization. From the very numbers you use to calculate your day to the wellness practices that keep you centered and the technologies that connect us all, prepare to be amazed, perhaps a little surprised, and definitely more informed. Let's get started on this incredible journey and discover the profound legacy India has shared with every corner of the globe. All right, let's start with something foundational, something so elemental you probably don't even think about it, the number 0. India gave the world the concept of shunya, or zero. Yep, that beautiful, powerful nothing was actually a groundbreaking something gifted to us by brilliant ancient Indian mathematicians like Aryabhata and Brahmagupta way back around the 5th century. Now, I want you to really process that. Imagine a world without zero, no binary code, which means no computers, no smartphones, no internet. Think about trying to tell your boss you have zero interest in that early Monday morning meeting without the actual digit to represent it. It's almost comical how crippled modern science and technology would be. It's not just a placeholder, it's a revolutionary concept. But the mathematical genius didn't stop there. The decimal system, the very way we count and calculate with such ease, also traces its roots deep into Indian soil. Concepts in algebra and trigonometry, the kind of stuff that makes rockets fly and bridges stand, were being explored and refined in India, while much of the world was still struggling with far more cumbersome systems. Picture this, a medieval merchant in Europe, bless their heart, trying to figure out complex trade calculations using Roman numerals. 12 multiplied by 4 equals a serious headache and probably a lot of lost profit. Meanwhile, Indian traders were smoothly, efficiently calculating vast sums, making complex projections and building economic empires, all thanks to the elegance of the decimal system and the power of zero. India basically handed the world the keys to quantitative reasoning and said, "Here, unlock the universe. Don't say we never gave you anything." Now, let's shift gears from the intellectual to the intrinsically personal wellness. Yoga, a practice born in the vibrant spiritual landscape of India over 5,000 years ago, is now a global phenomenon, an essential toolkit for millions seeking balance. From the sophisticated urban centers of the Indus Valley civilization, where its earliest traces are found, to the Instagram feeds of influencers striking a perfect warrior pose, India gifted the world a profound system to stretch the body, calm the mind, and find that elusive inner peace. Or, let's be honest, at the very least, look incredibly cool and zen in those stretchy pants. It's more than just a physical exercise. It's a holistic discipline, a way of life. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, compiled around 200 BCE, meticulously formalized this ancient practice, providing a philosophical framework and a practical guide to achieving samadhi or enlightenment. This wasn't just some passing fad, it was a deeply researched science of the self. Today, the global embrace of yoga is undeniable. Millions worldwide roll out their mats daily, and we even celebrate International Yoga Day on June 21st, an initiative proudly proposed by India to the United Nations in 2014 and adopted with overwhelming support. Imagine a high-powered executive in New York, a stressed student in Tokyo, or a busy parent in London, all finding a moment of calm, a path to de-stress through a downward dog, all stemming from ancient Indian wisdom. So, namaste world, India's definitely got your back, and your spine and your mental well-being covered. Let's talk about something that tantalizes the senses flavor. India's spice trade wasn't just commerce, it was the original global food influencer, centuries before any app or platform. By the 1st century CE, Highly prized Indian spices like black pepper, the black gold, along with cardamom, turmeric, cinnamon and cloves, were transforming culinary landscapes from the grand banquets of Rome to the imperial kitchens of China. The legendary Silk Road and the equally important maritime spice routes were essentially fragrant highways, carrying India's masala magic across continents, connecting cultures through the shared language of taste. This wasn't just about adding a bit of kick to food. It was about preservation, medicine, and incredible new taste dimensions. Fast forward to today, and the legacy is absolutely everywhere. Every bustling curry house in London, every aromatic biryani simmering in a home kitchen, every tandoori chicken recipe you find on YouTube, and yes, even your beloved pumpkin spice latte, you can thank Indian cinnamon and nutmeg for that inspiration, owes a significant nod to India's ancient spice roots. Picture a Roman emperor used to relatively bland fare tasting Indian black pepper for the first time and exclaiming, "By Jupiter, this is spicier and more exciting than any political drama in the Senate." India didn't just feed the world, it educated its palate, diversified its agriculture, and made global cuisine infinitely more delicious and exciting. It truly seasoned the course of history. Now, let's pivot to a field that touches every single life: medicine. Long before the advent of modern Western medicine, India was a cradle of sophisticated medical knowledge. The Sushruta Samhita, an astonishing Sanskrit text attributed to the sage Sushruta around 600 BCE, stands as one of the earliest and most comprehensive treatises on surgery. We're not talking about minor procedures here. This text meticulously details over 300 surgical procedures and 120 surgical instruments, including groundbreaking techniques in areas like rhinoplasty. Yes, ancient reconstructive plastic surgery. Think about that level of advanced thinking. Sushruta's innovative methods and classifications profoundly influenced Greek and Arab medical traditions, and through them eventually the entire world. Alongside this surgical prowess, Ayurveda, India's ancient holistic healing system, has been promoting balance and well-being for over 3,000 years, possibly even longer. This isn't just about treating symptoms. Ayurveda focuses on understanding the individual's unique constitution, their doshas, and restoring harmony through diet, herbal remedies, yoga, and lifestyle adjustments. Imagine a scene: a medieval European doctor, with all due respect to their efforts, resorting to practices like bloodletting with leeches for almost every ailment, while an Indian Vaidya or healer is calmly prescribing turmeric for its anti-inflammatory properties or ashwagandha for stress. One of these approaches clearly had a more nuanced understanding of the body. India offered a sophisticated, preventative, and personalized approach to health that is, quite frankly, timeless. Chapter 5. Let's talk strategy, intellect, and a game that has captivated minds for centuries: chess. The precursor to the game we know and obsess over today, originally called Chaturanga, originated in the sophisticated courts of India around the 6th century during the flourishing Gupta Empire, often referred to as India's Golden Age. Chaturanga translates to 4 divisions of the military, infantry, cavalry, elephants and chariots, which are remarkably mirrored in the modern pieces of pawns, knights, bishops and rooks. This wasn't just a pastime, it was a reflection of warfare strategy, a tool for teaching tactics and foresight. It was a game for kings and generals, a true test of mental acuity. From India, this intricate game of strategy embarked on a fascinating global journey. It spread westwards to the Persian Empire, where it became known as Shatranj, and from there it travelled with Arab traders and scholars into Europe, evolving over centuries into the classic game of chess we recognise today. Picture this: 2 astute Indian strategists, perhaps advisors to a king, deeply engrossed in a game of Chaturanga in 600 CE, plotting their moves with the cunning and complexity of a masterfully crafted Bollywood villain, while much of the rest of the world was perhaps still figuring out the finer points of rock, paper, scissors. India gave the world not just a game, but a global obsession, a timeless battle of wits that transcends cultures and generations. So sorry, Candy Crush, chess was the original addictive strategy game, and it was here first, sharpening minds for millennia. Checkmate, world. Chapter 6. Now, let's delve into the realm of stories, the narratives that shape cultures and transmit wisdom through ages. India's epic literature, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, ancient Indian epics, are not just long, they are colossal. Some of the most intricate and profound stories ever committed to human memory and text, with oral traditions dating back to around 1200 BCE or even earlier. To put it in perspective, the Mahabharata alone is approximately 10 times the length of the Iliad and the Odyssey combined. We're talking about a staggering 1.8 million words in its complete form. This isn't just storytelling, it's an entire universe of characters, philosophies, and moral dilemmas. These epics are far more than just thrilling tales of gods, heroes, and monumental battles. They are foundational texts exploring the deepest questions of dharma, duty or righteousness, karma, action and consequence, ethics, family loyalty, and the very nature of human existence. Their characters are complex, flawed, and relatable, and their teachings continue to resonate with billions, influencing art, theatre, daily life, and spiritual thought not just in India but across Southeast Asia and beyond. Imagine a modern-day Hollywood screenwriter trying to pitch a story with 100,000 verses detailing an 18-day cataclysmic battle, intricate family dramas spanning generations, divine interventions, and a god who has a loyal army of monkeys. Most studios would probably faint or call security. Yet India conceived, crafted, and preserved these monumental narratives millennia ago, gifting the world timeless sagas of human experience. And Chapter 7. Finally, let's look to the skies and the future. India's contributions to space and technology. The spirit of scientific inquiry has deep roots in India. The brilliant mathematician and astronomer Aryabhata, living in the 5th century CE, around 476 CE, accurately calculated the Earth's circumference and, quite remarkably for his time, theorized that our planet rotates on its axis and revolves around the Sun. This was over 1,000 years before Copernicus and Galileo faced immense opposition in Europe for proposing similar heliocentric ideas. Aryabhata wasn't just stargazing, he was doing complex mathematics to understand the cosmos, a true pioneer. His work laid foundational principles for trigonometry and algebra, essential for, well, everything technical that followed. Fast forward to the 21st century, and that legacy of scientific excellence continues with incredible momentum. India's space agency, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, has achieved monumental feats on a remarkably efficient budget. Think about the Chandrayaan-3 mission in 2023, which made India the first country in the world to successfully land a spacecraft on the challenging lunar South Pole. A triumph of precision engineering and scientific ambition. And let's not forget India's colossal IT revolution. Silicon Valley, and indeed the global tech industry, significantly benefits from the brilliance and hard work of Indian engineers, programmers, and innovators. Picture a NASA scientist in 2025, analyzing crucial lunar data beamed back from an Indian rover, while sipping chai and simultaneously relying on software likely developed or supported by Indian tech talent. From ancient astronomical insights to cutting-edge space exploration and digital innovation, India's journey in science and tech is truly stellar. Outro. So there you have it, just a glimpse into the epic gifts India has shared with the world, from the very concept of zero that underpins our digital age to the serene wisdom of yoga that calms our minds, the spices that thrill our palates, the ancient medical practices that pioneered surgery, the strategic game of chess that sharpens our intellect, the profound epics that guide our morals, and the scientific breakthroughs that reach for the stars. It's a legacy that's not just historical but alive and evolving, continuing to shape our global culture and progress in countless ways. It's truly incredible when you pause and connect the dots, realizing how these contributions, born from a civilization rich in intellectual curiosity and spiritual depth, have woven themselves into the very fabric of our daily lives, often in ways we don't even consciously recognize. This journey was about more than just listing achievements. It was about understanding the enduring impact and the spirit of innovation that India has consistently offered to humanity. I hope this gave you a new perspective, a fresh appreciation for these incredible contributions. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. And let us know in the comments which Indian contribution surprised you the most, or if there's another one you think deserves the spotlight. We love hearing from you. Your engagement helps us create more content like this, exploring the fascinating stories that connect us all. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning. See you next time.